So is it really necessary for you to have psych experience prior to becoming a psych NP? Well, in this video, I'm going to be going over whether or not you need psych nursing experience prior to becoming a psychiatric nurse practitioner. This is just my opinion, but honestly, my answer is, well, stay tuned and you'll find out. What's going on, everyone? It's the Psych Dude. I'm back with another video. If you are new to this channel, let me formally introduce myself. I'm the Psych Dude. In this channel, I go over several different subjects to educate the public about mental health, subjects to improve mental health, and ways to improve your overall lifestyle. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future videos. As many of you know, I recently made a video on why you should become a Psych NP with 5 great reasons why. If you missed that video, please go ahead and watch that video right after this one. So now that you've decided to become a Psych NP, you must be wondering, is Psych experience really necessary? This is probably the most asked question I get on Instagram. Don't forget to add me on Instagram at the Psych Dude. Honestly, I say it is, but then again, it isn't. But let me explain before you guys bash me. One thing I must say is no matter what, one thing I do recommend as a new grad is to get some nursing experience in any type of nursing before starting an NP program. Any type of bedside nursing experience is far more valuable than anything you will learn in school. I don't want to waste too much time on this topic. I'll save it for another video, but please guys, please, as a new grad, get experience in any type of nursing before going into nursing school or NP school. So moving on. I say it's necessary to have psych experience because it familiarizes you with type of population you may be dealing with in the future. Dealing with this population of patients isn't for everyone, and unfortunately, these patients have a sense of whether you got it or you don't have it. It's hard to explain, but patients have a sense of knowing your weaknesses, if that makes sense. And they will push you to your limits. And to be honest, many people don't have this type of patience or don't have the cojones to deal with it. Dealing with this on a daily basis will lead to burnout. It may be fine at first, but eventually things get pretty rough. Even if you can deal with this type of personalities, dealing with these patients is tough. Yes, unfortunately, I've seen NPs that went into becoming a Psych NP for wrong reasons and eventually led to them burning out, and now they're back at bedside for where they started. Another reason to have experience is by honing in your skills in learning to assess behaviors. Learning tendencies and behaviors are key when to assessing your patients. A good example is learning subtle behaviors a patient may portray when they are aggressive, anxious, or depressed. And another reason to have experience is because you get real-world experience in talking to psychiatric patients. And as a Psych NP, you do a lot of interviewing. And interviewing is an art form that is learned with practice and practice and practice. And since you work with all psychiatric patients, interviewing will be easier. And another good example is learning real-life uses for medications and how they're used. In inpatient or outpatient behavioral health units, you'll be able to see all types of patients with different diagnoses. You will learn which medications are for what and why they use it. It's an awesome experience learning different styles of prescribing from different psychiatrists on a first-hand basis. Yes, I know those last 2 reasons you can technically learn on your own, but you'll be able to learn these things at a faster rate compared to other students without experience. So why isn't psych experience necessary? Honestly, patients with psychiatric illnesses are all around us. We don't really know because they're admitted to specific units for other issues other than psych. My experience has been both inpatient and outpatient psychiatric units, along with trauma ER nursing at a level 1 trauma center. But working in the ER, I've seen a fair share of patients with psychiatric illnesses. With having seen so many psychiatric patients in the ER, I was accustomed to learning their behaviors and tendencies, but not as much as compared to being in an actual psychiatric unit. Many units treat psychiatric patients to a certain extent, so technically that is some psych experience at a smaller scale, But honestly, from my experience, psychiatric patients in other units are left alone with their sitters and treated medically, and the psychosocial aspect is gone. Psych experience isn't really needed because you can learn everything you can during school. The unfortunate side of having no psych experience is that you have to learn everything through school, and that's tough. From my experience and talking to other NP students, a lot of NP schools are self-taught, unfortunately, because there's only so much you can learn during lecture. It all depends on how much effort you put into it. You must practice interviewing on everyone prior to clinicals and studying hard. You must practice on your wife, your sister, your dog, your cat, your friends' mothers, everyone, just to be able to learn this art form of interviewing people. You must observe everyone around you to understand mood and learn subtle cues on behaviors, and make sure you take advantage of your hours with a preceptor in a controlled environment with your safety net being your preceptor. Honestly, I can go on and on and on about this, but I will have another video coming soon on tips to help future psych NPs that do not have psych experience to succeed. Honestly, with a proper amount of studying and applying yourself 110% throughout clinicals, you'll be as well off as someone who has tons of experience but barely applies himself throughout clinicals and throughout school. Everyone starts somewhere. It may be a steeper learning curve at first, but you will eventually catch up. Well, I hope you found this video informational. I hope this helped you decide whether or not you're willing to get experience in psych prior to NP school. Either way, I would say apply yourselves 110% to your education and preceptorship, because that is where you learn most of your trade. If you found this video interesting and would like to see more videos on topics like this, please comment down below on potential topics, and if you have any questions, please feel free to comment also. Thank you for joining me, the Psych Dude. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click on the bell button to be alerted when a new video comes out. Until next time, take care of yourself. Psych Dude is out.